Hello everyone, this is Chris, and 1.18 is making some serious changes to both the underground and the surface of Minecraft. However, while I feel as though most of the terrain changes has been implemented fairly well, one of the things I feel like needs at least a little bit more work has to do with the brand new mountains which we are going to be seeing. And so if you agree with any of the points I'm going to be saying inside this video, then give this video a like, but more importantly, share the video around, because I feel as though the more this video gets out there, the more likely the developers will see it, and the more likely at least a few of these changes might be looked into. And let me start off by talking about the world height kind of. So as many people know, the world height has been increased by 64 extra blocks, going all the way up to Y 320. And can you take a guess as to how many blocks the new mountains use? Zero, or essentially zero. Yeah, basically every single mountain is capped at around about Y256. You would almost never see them go that high, really, but even if they were to go that high, they would be completely capped off at Y256. And the main reason most of the developers are pushing for only going up that high is to do with the fact that they want players to be able to build on top of these brand new mountains, which is kind of, understandable as to why they want to do something like that. But let me explain the fact that we're not just getting the brand new mountains as being a very, very tall and very vertical. Basically, every single biome, every single thing you see inside the world is getting much, much more vertical than it did before. And to prove how easy it is to find brand new vertical generation stuff, I'm going to load up a brand new world, no set seed, no nothing like that, just to show you exactly how easy it is to find slightly more vertical terrains and stuff. Okay, so our spawn's around 0, 0, so let's see if we could find any type of vertical hills or something like that around spawn. Okay, the spawn of this world is a survival island, not helping my point very well, but I'm sure we'll be able to find some mountainous area someplace else. I did not, but trust me, in a non-survival island situation, you are more than likely to find some much more hilly terrain. So let's try another seed, see if we have any better luck this time. And straight away from logging into this world, I could see some evidence of new mountains or hilly terrain over there. And yeah, from the looks of things, this looks to be one of those new mountain meadow type things. And yeah, it kind of gets the points across that like more hilly terrains are possible inside of the new beta and the new generation type things. And straight away from spawn, about what is that, 100 blocks or so, we get an absolutely crazy mountain. So the ability to find brand new types of mountains is actually fairly easy, as long as you don't get a survival island world sense like we got. And my idea for a fix actually is pretty simple. So every single biome that is not one of the brand new mountains has a hard cap at maybe say 192 or 200 or something around there. And the actual new mountains can generate, let's say, to keep in theme with, I guess, capping things off, let's say it could go up to 280 or something like that. But it is incredibly rare for something like that to happen. That way, it could be sort of a compromise where it could still use some of the new build heights, but you still have plenty of room on top of these new mountains to actually build on top of them. My second issue is in sort of relation to the amplified world generation. So as you know, the amplified world generation thing is a sort of setting you could do on Java Edition where it makes the terrain absolutely hilly, absolutely crazy, and absolutely illogical, and something you would never see inside of a normal survival world. However, inside of the 1.18 betas and snapshot things, we could see that we are getting types of amplified style world generation right here. And I feel like it should at least be toned down. It should at least not be as crazy or as illogical as something like this, because as I have said, the new mountains actually aren't too incredibly hard to find, and when you find so many of them, it's almost more than guaranteed that you're gonna find quite a few situations like this where you're just getting completely floating terrain right here. So at least tone it down a little bit, or at least have it be a little bit more disconnected from the amplified world generation to make it feel much more like a traditional survival world, just much more vertical. Another issue is more than likely going to get fixed. It's probably just a first beta thing, a first few snapshot thing, but Basically, for certain biomes, they shouldn't really have the chance of spawning right next to each other. Much like the hot biomes and the cold biomes, which you're seeing right here, should not be happening. Because obviously inside of the new generation type thing with the new biomes, they are expected for warm biomes to spawn typically around other warm biomes and cold biomes to spawn typically around other cold biomes. But at least as of right now, we are seeing the exact opposite, and this is just one situation out of many which I've actually found. So I guess because we are changing a whole bunch of the generation type things, like, at least make it a little bit more logical. Much like the amplified style things, I guess you can have it possible for something like this to happen, but have it be very, very unlikely. Have it spawn by other biomes which would actually make sense, rather than hot to cold, all from one biome to another. A good example I found was this right here, where a desert spawned right next to a savanna, two very hot biomes, which actually makes sense, which then transitions into a jungle, which is mostly known for, I guess, being a little more humid, which again makes a little more sense. And then it probably transitions into another biome and into another biome, which at least has some semblance of being logical. But again, the mountains, the new Mesa Mountains, whatever you want to call them, they just need a little bit of tweaking when they are generated so high up and stuff like that. They just need to be a little bit more grounded in reality. And as always, let me know what you think down below in the comments. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.